You're listening to Keeping It 100 with MelandBruce, sponsored by the 100 Black Men of Las Vegas. What they see is what they'll be. My name is Mel Tiller, and I am thrilled to be your host. Our guest today is William Doc Walls, and he wants to be the mayor of what I fondly call one of the greatest cities in the world. He wants to be the mayor of Las Vegas, Nevada. Doc, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Mel. It's a pleasure to be here.
All right. Listen, you are running for mayor of Las Vegas. Why should the citizens of Las Vegas vote for you?
Mel, it's because I'm a candidate for mayor with a vision, ability, and a comprehensive plan to transform Las Vegas.
Wait a minute. Okay. You have a vision.
Absolutely.
You got a plan.
A comprehensive plan.
A comprehensive plan, and you are going to transform Las Vegas.
That's right. From just
because I wanted to break that down because you said that's a lot. That's a lot. Tell us about your vision.
Yeah. So the transformation means that we want to transform Las Vegas from just an international tourist destination into a safe and secure world-class city that ensures the prosperity of every single resident and leaves no one behind.
Okay, talk to me about this world-class vision, and that indicates that we may or may not be a world-class city right now.
That's right. Las Vegas is a beautiful place. It's a place with tremendous potential, but it hasn't become a world-class city yet. It has world-class attributes. For example, when it comes to entertainment, casino, when it comes to dining, we are world-class in every sense of the word. On the other hand, we're not a place that has a lot of multinational corporations, and we don't have the kind of diversity in our economy that ensures our stability, that enables us to put products, goods, services, resources, tools into the stream of the national and global economy and bring money, new money, jobs, and opportunity back to Las Vegas, irrespective of what happens, whether it's a pandemic or something catastrophic throughout the world.
All right, Doc. All right, Doc. I love that. How are you going to do that? Okay. How are you going to bring money? How are you going to bring diversity? How are you going to bring those large corporations into our city? And more importantly, how are you going to make sure that everybody that lives in this city gets a piece of that pie?
Very good question. So the thing is, we don't want to bring them into our city. We want to take the businesses that are existing here and help them develop and get to the point where they are sustainable and durable. So that means that we have a Nevada Business First, Las Vegas Business First program that we want the casinos to adopt. Those casinos purchase products, goods, and services and resources from companies, but usually they're companies that are not situated here in Las Vegas. We want to give them incentive, meaning favorable treatment, including things like infrastructure improvement and the other things that they need and require on a regular and ongoing basis. We want to give them that incentive to do business with our Las Vegas businesses. And as a result, those businesses will grow. They'll grow and they'll become scalable. And when they become scalable, they will then be able to put their products, goods, services, and resources into the stream of the national and global economy and bring new jobs and money back to Las Vegas.
Okay, what are you going to offer them to do that?
Well, again, we offer them preferential treatment when it comes to infrastructure improvement. We offer them, for example, exposure. So as we travel around the country and around the world, and the mayor has to do that if you're going to be a world-class city, you have to develop sister city relationships, but you also have to develop relationships with other multinational corporations around the world. We're going to make certain that they know who our supporters are and who those businesses are that support what we're doing, be they mining, manufacturing, or casino related.
I like that. So what kind of backing do you have, and why should we believe that you can get this done?
We have hundreds of people that are supporting this campaign, many business owners, many businesses that are in development. We have just average, ordinary citizens that know that if the other candidates get elected, that it's business as usual. Casinos will get richer, but the people will get poor. So we have a network that includes social service networks. For example, on Tuesdays, we go out and we feed the homeless down at 200 Master, that's Master in Maine. We feed 400 to 500 people on any given Tuesday. On Saturdays, we're out with Shine a Light down in the tunnels, underground Las Vegas, helping to bring people out and get them treatment for their drug addiction or whatever ails them, be it alcohol or whatever. So we're out here making connections with people, networking with people. We've got great relationships with a lot of not-for-profit and non-governmental organizations, and we're helping them to achieve their objectives.
One of the things that concerns a lot of the citizens of Las Vegas is our school system.
Yes.
Now, I don't think that it's a stretch to say that data shows that this is one of the worst school systems in the country.
That's true.
Okay, as mayor, what would you do to help that situation?
You know, the thing about education is we have to establish an educational system that provides for each and every individual child, irrespective of whether or not they have parents or no parents, whether they're wards of the state, it doesn't matter. We have to provide a superior public school education for each and every individual child. And that transcends the development of modern buildings with state-of-the-art equipment and facilities which are conducive to safe and potentially productive educational environments. We have to provide children reading, writing, math, and science, obviously, but we also have to provide them the humanities. We have to provide them art. We have to provide them history. We have to provide them culture. We have to provide those students vocational training because everyone is not going to go to college, and we want them to be ready to enter the workforce running and making waves. We have to make certain that our teachers are well paid. We have to make certain that our staff is well vetted to make sure that the school environment is safe. But we also have to protect our children from those persons who are homeless out here. So the way we do that is we try to diminish that homeless population by providing them the support that they need so that those vulnerable people become viable.
Let's talk a little bit about diversity. You talked about diversifying the income, diversifying the money that comes into Las Vegas. And then we spoke about how we can utilize the casinos to help increase those businesses that are already here. How would you diversify as far as bringing in new corporations, bringing in new businesses so that we were not simply dependent upon tourists and our tourist economy?
You know, in business, you're either a producer, a distributor, a vendor, or a lender. Producers, there are 4 forms of production: farming, fishing, mining, and manufacturing. 4 types of distribution: information reporter, domestic transporter, importer, and exporter. There are 3 types of vendors: wholesale, retail, and real estate sale. And there are 3 types of lenders: services, financial, and property. Most people who are in business here in Las Vegas are at the lower 3 tiers. They're not into production. So our goal is to help people grow to become producers and not simply distributors, vendors, or lenders. If we do that, we will then create a manufacturing base here in Las Vegas that is second to none because we have the resources necessary to do that. So our goal is to help these businesses grow. See, a mayor's job is not just to become the spokesperson for businesses. The mayor's job is to create millionaires and turn millionaires into billionaires. That means that we're bringing new money into Las Vegas from all across the country, all across the world. And we're creating a pie that's big enough to ensure that everyone has a place. Right now in America, 10% of the jobs go unfilled. That number is probably higher in Las Vegas. And we want to create that kind of environment where people are desperate to come to Las Vegas and set up shop. Why? Because 1, we're going to become the world's epicenter for technology development, meaning that we're going to have the latest and greatest technology that will be shared across all industries by all people who have a willingness to participate.
How are you going to grow these businesses? I love the fact that you're talking about developing homegrown that you're talking about making millionaires out of the businesses and so forth that are here, the people who are already here, how are those people going to grow? How are you going to do that and get that done?
Great question. So whether it's the city, the state, or our major businesses here, mining, manufacturing, casinos, the gaming industry, dining, we'll get them to unbundle their contracts and make them smaller so that more people can bid on those contracts. We'll provide wrap-up bonding and insurance. We will give them access to capital loans and in some cases grants so that they can pay their payroll and be able to market their business. Additionally, we'll enable those people through our cooperative relationships to be able to lease equipment that requires a major capital investment rather than require that they own that equipment to qualify. And then most importantly, we'll develop protege-mentor relationships. And that includes protege-mentor relationships between those major manufacturers and casinos and dining industries so people learn how to do their business. One thing I tell manufacturers all the time is when you hire these young people from college or engage them, don't hire them in a 9-to-5 job. Give them a 1099, let them become contractors for 3 years, teach them everything that you know, and then help them to establish their business and then outsource them and their services so that they can then offer their services to all of these other companies, both locally, nationally, and internationally. Through that process, you will grow the kinds of businesses organically. They won't need city or state support. They'll be able to grow organically and develop an economy of scales that says that they can compete against anyone, anywhere.
How do our listeners contact you? There's some people who like what you're saying. They want to be a part of your campaign. How do they contact you?
They can go to my website. My website is DocWalls, DocWalls.com. That's DocWalls.com. Or they can call me directly at 702-349-4809. Again, that's 702-349-4809. Contact me directly and I'm willing to talk to anyone, anywhere. This is about building relationships and building a coalition of the willing, of people who want to make a difference here in Las Vegas. And it doesn't matter if you don't live in Las Vegas proper. We don't allow ourselves to be divided because the casinos don't allow themselves to be divided. But more importantly, we all drink the same water. We all breathe the same air. We all have to travel the frustrating highways that are littered with orange cones and slowing us down. So we have commonality. And what we want to do is ensure that we're doing what's best for the entire valley as a community.
You have a grand vision, you have a plan. Do you have backers and do you have money behind you?
Absolutely. We have backers and we have money behind us. We have people who are committed to this campaign. Our organizational staff is out here moving all the time. There are 5 stages to a campaign: management, message, money, media, and mass appeal in that exact order. And management is that person or team of people who determine the mission, the method, the products or services to be offered, the performance projections, the systems, the strategies, and the structure of the entity. We have a great management team, and they're out here working tirelessly in an administrative fashion to build those coalitions, and we're doing extremely well.
You've heard it here, ladies and gentlemen, on Keeping It 100 with MelandBruce. We've been speaking with William Doc Walls, and he wants to be the mayor of Las Vegas. Doc, what is your final message to our listeners?
My message is I'm the only candidate for mayor of Las Vegas who can unify the city and promote cultural and diversity sensitivity amongst people of all ages, races, socioeconomic backgrounds, all religious persuasions, all sexual orientations, all physical and mental disabilities or limitations. I'm the only candidate for mayor who can keep Las Vegas's promise, and that's a commitment to public safety, public education, affordable housing, senior care, full employment, balanced economic development, and when all else fails, charity. Charity is nothing more than the act of giving unselfishly to those in need and expecting absolutely nothing in return. We want that form of commitment from people all across the valley.
Ladies and gentlemen, William Doc Walls, he's making some noise. He has a vision, he has a plan, and he is talking big, and I can't wait to see exactly what he does. I'm Mel Tiller, your host, and you've been listening to Keeping It 100 with Mel and Bruce, sponsored by the 100 Black Men of Las Vegas. And that's Keeping It 100.
Thank you, Mel.
Thanks, Doc.